Hello and welcome to Apple Blossom and You. I'm your host Sarah, known as Apple Blossom SF on Ravelry and Instagram.
And I'm your co-host Matt, known as Navy1990 on Ravelry and M Franklin1990 on Instagram.
Welcome! We're so glad that you're joining us today. We are trying out a new location. We're hoping that our lighting will be a little bit better. So we're on the couch in the living room instead of in a table set up in the family room. So hopefully this will just be a little bit clearer. We'll see.
Yeah.
Trying some new things.
And it's a lot more comfortable.
That is true.
It's a lot more comfortable than those chairs.
Yes. We sit on chairs that go to our dining room table. They're 100 years old. So
yeah,
they're beautiful.
Very stiff.
But they are very stiff. They are not comfortable. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into Around the Apple Orchard.
Yeah.
It's kind of been a nice week, I guess.
It's been busy.
Not really. Sort of.
For me, it has.
Well, yeah, you've been working a lot.
I've been working a lot of hours, and then Sunday was Sarah's birthday.
I had a nice day. It was wonderful. I just came home and I put on my PJs after church, and I did most of my cooking for my dinner on Saturday, so that all I had to do was throw some chicken in the oven on Sunday, and I watched movies, and we had a nice dinner. I made broccoli salad, and we had slow roasted chicken thighs and Earl Grey cheesecake. So
yeah.
It was yummy.
And then Monday was Madison's orientation for her school, so went and did that. Yeah, that was annoying.
She had to meet all her friends at a specific time. You know how
she coordinated with her friends to all meet in front of the school at a certain time, and then instead of just going to Madison's because they only do 4 classes a day.
A semester.
Right.
They do all 8 classes.
They do 8 classes, but their classes are twice as long for the semester. So rather than doing 8 shorter classes for a whole year, they do 4 longer classes each semester.
It's actually kind of nice.
It is. And so not only do I go to Madison's 4 classes, but I went to probably half a dozen other classes with her friends. So that took an hour and a half, which should have taken 45 minutes. And then Tuesday was Emma's orientation, which was really neat because new teachers, new grade. She's having a little rough time because none of her friends are in her classes, but she'll be all right.
Yeah, she came to me last night at Bible study when we were eating dinner. She says, I think I made a new friend. So.
Oh, good. She didn't tell me that.
Yeah, and then, Wednesday was our last youth group of the summer. We're going to switch back to Sunday nights for the school year.
Yeah, so we got a week and a half off for that.
Mm-hmm. And then Thursday school started.
Yeah.
It's been nice. I'm enjoying having quiet and calm in the house again. I love my girls, but, it gets a little crazy when everybody gets cooped up for a whole summer. So.
Yeah. And
they're both excited.
And we really haven't had a way to get a vacation away, because I haven't had vacation days, so I couldn't take time off. So Now I have vacation days though.
Yeah, which is
So
nice.
we can take vacation again.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. And, it was just a nice, in a lot of ways, relaxing week until yesterday. Yesterday was crazy. We finally got the loan paperwork, or the billing statement, I should say, for the federal loans for his school that should have never existed. And let's just go to say that it's an entire mortgage payment. It is a huge amount of money. So we had to call the VA again. The question that was resolved was not resolved. So we're back to square one, starting over again for the third time, waiting for paperwork to be sent again. In the meantime, we got the loans deferred for 2 months. Hopefully we'll be able to resolve it in 2 months. If not, we can
defer longer.
But for some reason, if that doesn't work and it takes a really long time with the VA, I'm going to have to go back to work because there's no way that we can afford to pay this. And it's really very hard for us to deal with because we would have never agreed to take on basically half of a house worth of debt.
Oh, no, not at all.
The only reason why he went to school is because the VA was going to pay for it. And somebody dropped the ball and didn't do their job and tried to cover things up and make it seem as if it wasn't what it was. And here we are with a huge amount of debt hanging over our head that we didn't ask for. So it's a tough situation. It will get resolved. I'm positive of that. We keep praying about it, and others are praying for us. It's just a slow process, but hopefully we will get it sped up. Last night we got some contact information for people specifically at the VA, as well as a contact for one of our senators. We're going to probably escalate our case in the next week or so to try and get this done as quickly as possible because this is just ridiculous. Not only that, we were owed living expenses that we didn't get, so there's some back pay which would be very beneficial at this point.
Plus a stipend for books and things like that should have been given to us as well.
Yeah.
So.
So it just goes to show you need to know what your rights are. You need to know what things really do entail so that you don't get snookered. And unfortunately, we got snookered and learned the hard way.
Yep.
But all will be well eventually. We also had the opportunity this week to get a new puppy. He was born on Tuesday, so a couple days after my birthday. We said yes for about 48 hours, and then this whole thing with the VA has changed that. Unfortunately, we will not be able to get the puppy after all. So that's kind of heartbreaking. I was looking forward to it. It would have been a sibling to Harvey. Different dad, but same mom. And we found out today that Harvey's mom will not be having any more litters. This was her last litter. So it's kind of hard to pass up one of her puppies because they are the sweetest puppies out there. But that was unfortunately a choice that was needed to be made. We couldn't make a decision any other way other than to get this situation with the VA resolved, because until it's resolved, we have a large cloud hanging over our heads, so to speak.
Very, very large cloud.
So, but other than that, it was a good week, and looking forward to a nice long weekend.
Yes. Labor Day weekend here in the States.
Yeah, so we get a 3-day weekend.
The girls go back to school for 2 days, and then they get a 3-day weekend off.
I know. It's crazy.
I don't understand that. We always went to school after Labor Day. It was kind of the last fun weekend before school starts.
Yep.
But here in eastern North Carolina, at least, they start the Thursday before a long weekend. So.
Yeah, the girls are glad to be back in school.
Oh, yeah.
Maddie is looking forward to trying out for some more things with Legacy Theater. I guess they have registration coming up Monday. I think it's Monday.
Yeah, I think the auditions are in 3 weeks.
Yeah, she's going to try out for 2. They're having a music of the season, which is Christmas carols and hymns. If she wants to try out for that. And then she's going to try out for their Christmas Carol play.
Yeah, they're doing a play of the Christmas Carol and combining it with the Gift of the Magi.
So she wants to do that.
Yeah. She's trying to talk me into doing it too.
I thought about doing the Christmas music one. I love singing. I just don't get up on stage.
But the good thing is you'd be with a chorus.
Yeah,
so,
but my audition, I'd still have to audition in front of a bunch of people all by myself. And
make everybody turn around and face the other way.
No, I'd know they're there.
For the shot.
Public speaking and singing is not my strong suit.
No, because even in Sunday school, you always had me teach. Because you didn't like being up in front of the kids.
I do better working in a small group, 1 or 2, 3, even 5. But to teach in front of a whole class of people is not for me. Not my skills. Well, let's go ahead and do our welcomes.
Yeah, since we haven't said it. Welcome to new viewers. Welcome to our returning viewers, all the friends that are out there. We had 3 people in the Ravelry group introduce themselves this week, and that's a pretty big week for us.
Yeah.
Those of you that haven't introduced yourself, go over to the Ravelry group, Apple Blossom and You. Go to the introduction thread and introduce yourself. This week we had Buzzboy, who's Dennis. He's from here in North Carolina.
Oh, that's cool.
He's over in Raleigh. Hi, Dennis.
It's only a couple hours away from us.
Yeah. We had Nettie's Nadelkunst, who's Annette. She's from Germany. And Julie Arnitz, who's Julie. She's from Indiana. Go Hoosiers.
He's born and raised.
Born and raised in Indiana.
The girls are born in Indiana. I'm the black sheep of the family. I was born in San Diego, California. So I did live in Indiana for a while, obviously.
What, total of 4 years?
Yeah, I like it. I'm glad that we don't live there anymore. It's too close to family.
Yeah.
So.
I don't mind. Our first trip to Indiana, we were far enough away that if anybody wanted to visit, they had to call first. It was one of those. But the second time, when she lived there, my parents lived 5 minutes away. So
my sister-in-law lived in the same complex in just a different building.
Yeah. My sister lived a 2-minute walk from the apartment. So, yeah, just drop in, say hi, that kind of stuff. I'm better with that now with people. I don't mind people dropping by. To an extent.
I like a phone call. Yeah, hey, are you going to be home in like 20 minutes? And then I go, yes, you come on over. But, give me a heads up. And then we scramble
for 20 minutes to kind of straighten things up. And
make sure I'm not in my jammies. Never fails. Somebody always wants to come over the one day out of the month that I decide to stay in my pajamas.
I think my dad did that 2 or 3 times to her when she was in Indiana.
Yeah. Because let's face it, pajama days rock. But I do get up and get dressed.
I have never had a pajama day.
You're not a pajama person, though.
I would love to stay in my pajamas. But I have things I do. So I have to put on pants and get a non-pajama shirt and all of that.
I just go out in the backyard with the dogs in my PJs.
Yeah, you do. So what else?
Not much else. Let's go ahead and talk about our In the Apple Basket. We will be continuing our In the Apple Basket drawing through the end of the year. That is our monthly drawing where you can just enter whatever you would like, and I usually give away a pattern. Next year, I would like to change the focus. We are going to do more defined knit-alongs. These are going to be, some things will be themes, some things will be specific patterns to follow, some things will be, let's do a designer, or we'll pick a technique. So we won't do a knit-along every single month. They will last for a couple months, and then, like, I know I want to do a Valentine's one. That one will last for the month of February, but it'll overlap with another knit along. But, you know, it'll just be something fun. That one will be kind of themed.
Yeah.
And then so we're going to come up with some projects for that. I love the just general knit along, just, you know, enter whatever you want to do. But I also want to do more specific knit alongs and have some fun.
That means I got to work hard.
Well, I'm hoping you'll pick some things, some projects too.
Oh, I will.
Or techniques.
I will.
So that we can, you know, all learn and do something together and have a little bit of fun. And who knows, maybe we'll pick designers too. Just like a specific designer. I don't want to get too bogged down in, oh, we're calling it a designer along, or that we're doing this technique or that technique. I kind of want it to be fairly random and balanced. And I'm also toying with the idea of doing a year-long knit along for sweaters. Just to have one sweater thread where we will do sweaters all year long, and you can put in sweaters. So that gives me all
next year to finish my Ranger.
You better finish it before then. And you're not eligible for prizes anyway. But it would be something where we could, I would start a chatter thread so we could chatter, and then I would start a finished object thread, and maybe once a month or once every couple months, depending, I have to work out the details of how exactly I want to do that, and even if I even want to do a year-long knit-along. So if you want to do a year-long knit-along of sweaters, there's not going to be like you have to knit so many sweaters. Yeah. It's just knit a sweater, let's put it in there. I really want to get back into sweater knitting. Or it's just,
what do you mean you want to get back into?
Well, they don't know yet, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. So we're still looking to do VKNs.
Yep.
We haven't come up with a schedule. This week was crazy enough we didn't have time to think about VKNs and all of that.
And I want to find a time that doesn't conflict with others that do VKNs. You know, I want to be able to join some other VKNs, and I want to have our VKNs. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do for that. Hopefully we can sit down this weekend and we can pick some dates. Come up with some dates, some ideas.
Because it'd be nice to do them in the evening when we're home.
Yep.
But being on the East Coast, depending on when we do it, people on the West Coast may not be home from work yet. People in England are already in bed, or in Europe are already in bed. So you got to find that balance of when to do it, how often to do it. So we're working on that.
Well, Apple Pickin Party. We are still technically...
I wanted to give 2 thank yous, if I can.
But we haven't gotten to the thank you part yet.
No, these were... Okay. I don't know when the thank yous come
in. We do apple of our eye.
Okay. Okay.
It's just not following the order.
I'm not following the order. Okay. Okay.
All right, Apple Picking Party. We are still technically doing our Outlander knit along. I have since ripped out my Among the Heather shawl.
Yep.
I have decided that I already have 2 shawls. I don't need the third one. And I was going to cast on the Claire shawl, but I've decided that the yarn that I was going to use, I'd rather save for a different project. And I have some other yarn picked out, but I'm not sure if it's going to be too thin. And I just haven't worked up the courage just to start it and see. So.
As if you don't have enough stuff on needles already.
Yeah.
I would show you the pile.
It sits about this high.
Yeah.
It's like this high on the bottom of the couch.
Yeah, from the cushion of the couch, it's about a good 10, 12 inches high. Whereas mine is over here, and it's not even as high as the armrest.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do Apple candy. I have one apple candy.
Well, one, but it's two.
No, it's just one. That one goes in apple of my eye.
Oh, that's right. They were at the same time.
I mentioned on the last podcast that I was going to go and get a skinny arm for my birthday, and I did. It's supposed to be for my Anna Green Gables scarf, which I haven't started because I've totally taken a different track. But I got one skein of Mirror Ball. It's by Good For You. It's 95% fine merino wool and 5% silver stellina. And it is not superwash. It's by Good For You from Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah, go Hoosiers.
So there's the
It's
yarn.
purpley.
It's definitely purple, and you can see the sparkle is showing.
Oh, that's showing up really good. This
Really nice.
Stellina.
So that's what I got for my birthday. It's got 750 yards
That's
in the
huge.
100 grams. Yeah, it's kind of like
Wow.
lace weight.
That's huge. And I have to wind all that. So, because that's my job. It's one of my jobs.
Yes,
That and getting knots out.
yes. That is definitely your job. All right, let's go ahead and move into Apple of My Eye.
You want to go first or you want me to?
You can go first.
Okay. I just wanted to give two big thank yous. First one to Ken, the turbo knitter. Welcome back. It's good to see you're doing well. He gave us an awesome shout out on his podcast, and I wanted to thank you for that. And to Josh, Auricula82, he gave us some really kind words about Harvey on his podcast, and thank you very much, Josh. Both you and Ken, I love watching you guys. All us male knitters have to hang tough.
Yes.
And speaking of male knitters, all y'all pray for Dan. He's going through some rough stuff right now over at the Bakery Bear podcast. You may know, may not know. It's not my place to say what it is, but just know that he's going through some rough stuff, but he's doing better.
Yep. And I think we're going to take a quick pause here and come back in just a moment. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm not feeling well today. I'm having a little bit of tummy trouble, so I had to stop and I had to go put some peppermint oil on.
But we're back.
We're back. Love the pause button sometimes.
Yeah, it does help.
Yes. Well, back to Apple of My Eye.
Yeah.
When I was up getting my mirror ball yarn, the shop owner, Linda of the Tail Spinner, gave me a lovely gift for my birthday. It is called 6 Carat. It's by
Shopple?
Shopple? Shopple.
Something like that. I don't know.
It is by the same people, I believe, who do... I can't think of it right now.
I don't know.
It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Don't you hate that? When you know exactly what it is and the word just won't come out of your mouth.
Zauberball?
Yes. But who does Zauberball? I can't remember the company right now.
I don't know. I've never used that or Zauberball or any of those.
Yeah.
So
Well, she
I don't know.
gave me this lovely lace weight. It is 80% virgin wool, extra fine, and 20% silk.
Oh, it's squishy.
It is gorgeous.
It's squishy. That's pretty true too.
Yep.
I love having
And it's
the light.
blues, and I love blue is my favorite color. One of my favorite colors. So
It'll be
I'm really
interesting to
excited.
see.
And this has 600 meters in it, so that is
Just shy of
100 yards.
700 yards.
Yep.
I don't
So
know. I
I will
can't do the
have
math.
to find a beautiful pattern for this, or I may have to go up and purchase a couple more skeins and make a sweater.
Yeah, just what you need is another sweater.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And I forgot to mention this in the Apple Pickin party segment, so I will go ahead and start there. That just shows you how well I'm just not feeling today. I'm just a little
We're usually better prepared than this.
I'm prepared. I have everything. It's just I'm being a little bit
I got
forgetful.
my notes.
Because my tummy hurts. So. All right. Starting in January, we will be doing a joint knit-along with Denise of the Knitting Den podcast. She's
Hi, Denise.
Wonderful. And we enjoy her podcast. And
And if you haven't seen it, go over and check it out.
Yep.
All one word, Knitting Den on YouTube.
A couple weeks ago, she mentioned that she wanted to do at some point the Lawrence pattern by Melissa LeBaire. Let me pull the picture.
That's pretty.
And I have had this pattern for a while. And it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So I contacted her and asked her if she would like to do a joint knit-along in January, because I didn't want to start anything big now, which I totally blown that out of the water.
Yeah. Good night. I'm going to have to get my woodworking tools out and make a chest for shawls and sweaters.
Sweaters aren't so much a problem, but the shawls.
Oh, yeah, they are. Because
They no longer fit in my dresser drawer. They have to go in a laundry basket, and I really want them in a safe location. But anyway, we're going to be starting in January. Probably run it for a couple months. We haven't exactly talked about it. I don't think we'll start January 1st, but maybe we will. But it's not like, don't feel the pressure that you actually have to start on January 1st. I know that it's still holiday time and people are still trying to wrap up from the holidays. So I'm thinking we'll just be,
all of that.
You know, if you get started later, that's great. We'll work out the details and get more of the details to you, but that will be coming in January. Now, since back to my scattered brain self, back to Apple of My Eye. I got some lovely pattern gifts from you guys, and I want to thank everyone who sent me a message or commented on Facebook or Instagram or left a message in the Ravelry group. So I thank you all. I didn't write everybody's name down. That's really bad. No. There was a lot of them, though.
So it's better to just say thank you.
A general thank you.
Because you'll forget people, and then you'll feel bad because you forgot people. And
yes. But I really appreciated all of it.
Yeah, somebody went in and started a happy birthday thread for Sarah, which I thought was really cool.
Oh, the peppermint feels so good.
Natural oils, they're good for you.
I use herbs and essential oils at any time that I can to avoid traditional medicine. Traditional medicine has its place, don't get me wrong.
But not for the simple stuff.
No, for the simple stuff, I like to do the natural stuff. It's very effective in... I got so burnt out with doctors before I found out I had diabetes, and it was just a pill after pill after pill after pill, and just kind of passing things off, and that was just something that I didn't want to do anymore. So I'm taking it into my own hands.
Her herbs and oils, Madison refers to as voodoo. She said, "Mom, I need some voodoo."
I don't do a whole lot with herbs yet. I do a couple. I'm still learning about herbs, but I do love my essential oils.
Oh, yeah. I may have you put some on my shoulder. My shoulder's been bothering me.
Peppermint's my favorite.
So you'll have to work some of that into my shoulder.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Now comes the gifts.
We're such a scattered brain. Don't you love us?
I do have notes, and they are in some sort of order. That means nothing when it comes to our podcast. I write it down just so I don't forget names and things like that in an order, and might as well throw it away.
We kind of like to fly by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
All right. The lovely Denise of the Knitting Den podcast sent me a lovely pattern.
Oh, that's how we got on that, huh? With the whole knit along and then this.
Yeah, because I forgot.
Okay, we're coming back around the circle. We're okay. We're back on track now. We took a little detour, came around the block, and now we're back. So Denise from the Knitting Den sent you a pattern.
Yes, she sent me Dolls from the Tea Room by Susan Hickson.
Was that the Mary Jane's Tea Room stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Those are
And
so
I have
cute.
a lot of her patterns. I've never done any of her patterns because I haven't bought the yarn. So I need to do this one. I think maybe this will be part of our. We'll
Big Blair.
do a Susan Hickson or a Mary Jane Tea Room knit along sometime next year. So I love this, and I cannot wait to do it.
Is that the one Kay did?
It is, and she's so cute.
All of her dolls are really cute.
Yes, I love her bunnies. Her bunnies are my favorite. But here's another one. I do not have yarn in my stash for this. Otherwise, I'd probably start now.
You have a little bit, but not enough.
No, I don't have any yarn for this. So I'll have to order that. So I'm really excited about that. So cute. So I think that will be part of our knit along sometime next year. We will do a specific designer for that one because she has a lot of wonderful patterns and they're just so classic and gorgeous and the detail in them is amazing.
Yeah.
So, and it's one of those patterns where it really begs to use the best yarn you can afford.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to do that.
We have to go back.
What did you forget?
I didn't forget, you did. Apple of my eye.
We're still working on that.
Or no, apple candy. What's the one where we get this stuff? That's the candy.
I said my apple candy.
The Anne of Green Gables knits pattern.
I don't do that. I don't share the patterns I buy.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll share yarn.
We bought it. You'll see I've got a little bit. It's for a knit along.
I just want to smack you right now.
You can't because that's camera evidence. And they'll use it in the court trial. She'll wait till the camera's turned off.
I will.
So if I'm not here next week, send help.
It'll be too late by then.
911. Anyways. Yes, I'm a booger. Drinking my fabulous coffee this morning.
Can I continue?
You may.
Are you sure?
Why not? Go for it. Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm kidding.
Can I smack him, please? All right. Then the lovely Dawn Knit and Wolf of Wolf Farms podcast sent me a beautiful cowl, and I forgot to get the yarn for it. I've already picked out some hand spun for this. She sent me the Midnight Garden cowl by Lauren McMorty, and this will probably go on the needles this weekend.
That's awesome.
Because it will be a fast
Right
product.
in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Flip it. There you go.
I'm not used to this location. So I am so excited.
That one's cool looking.
Yeah.
I like that.
It will be fun. It will be fast. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. And like I said, I'm going to do it out of hand spun. I meant to grab it, but I didn't grab it. I forgot.
Is that the one I spent?
The one that the dogs ate earlier in the week.
Yeah. That was 2 hours I'll never get back. She calls me at work and she says, the dogs ate my yarn, my hand spun. And I'm not, she goes, I've tried to take the knots out of it and I can't.
I have no patience for knots.
I'm the knot guy. I sat down on that couch for 2 hours. And
after I spent 45 minutes trying to
get it. It was already skeined up and all of that. We had done it on the Swift to skein it up. I come home, the skein had been pulled in two sections.
No, it was in a cake. It wasn't in a skein.
Was it? No.
I had it already wound up and ready to knit with.
Then what was the... Oh, wait. Yeah. Well, it was in like two groups, and it fed through one to the other, and all... 2 hours.
It was on the coffee table, and
they can reach the coffee
I
table.
walked out of the living room and went to the bedroom to get some stuff done, and there were children out here when I left the room.
Apparently they weren't here when you got back.
They weren't here when I got back, and the dogs, they love hand spun. Most of my
It's
other
soft
yarn,
and
they
squishy,
don't,
just like
they
a lot of
don't
their
bother,
toys.
but they love my hand spun.
It's like a lot of their toys. It's soft and squishy, and hey, we can chew on it.
Yep.
And I bet I'd be willing to bet because I know where they go when they take their toys. They were under the dining room table.
No, it was wrapped around the legs of the coffee table.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I'm wrong. You heard it here first. I was wrong.
All right.
What do you got
Then
next?
the lovely Die Cat sent me this gorgeous shawl, and I'm so excited. I don't have yarn
Oh, that's pretty.
for this in my stash. I will be getting this one. This is one pattern that I will be making twice. It is called Sprig of Hope, and it's for autism awareness. So if you go and purchase this pattern through, they are donating, okay, it says this shawl pattern is my way of paying it forward by creating a year-long fundraising event, allowing me to donate the proceeds of this shawl to the Autism Speaks at the next annual Twist Knitting and Spinning Sheep to Shawl event in spring of 2015. So if you purchase this pattern, the proceeds go to the autism awareness. And I have a friend who has 3 children who are all autistic. So I want to make this shawl for her. And I want to make one for myself too because it's just gorgeous. And it's DK and I don't have a whole lot of DK. But there it is. Isn't that so pretty?
The picture in the goldish color, I like that one better.
I can
It
show
shows
that.
the detail more. That one. It's just absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I cannot wait to do this one. It's a very big shawl in DK weight too. It's almost 700 yards. And I don't have that much DK in my stash. So that one's going to have to wait a little bit. But I do love it. And then I'm just going to call her Nettie because I cannot
Nettie.
pronounce it.
Nettie's Nadelkunst, which I looked up means needle art.
Yeah. I am
Which is
horrible
really cool.
with pronouncing names and words.
I took German, so I understand. I can pronounce it, and I remember a few words. That's it. So all you German-speaking people, don't flood my Ravelry with all kinds of German because I can't speak it. I can pronounce it when I see it, but that's it. So call her Nettie, and hi, Nettie.
Yes. And thank you. She sent me this beautiful pattern by Martina Bem, and I am going to probably save it for February.
Yes.
It's called Knit Your Love. It is so cool. I absolutely adore this. It's one of her small shawls that she does, and there's hearts on the border. Isn't that awesome?
That'd be
Absolutely
awesome.
adore
That'd be
that.
awesome to see how they knit up.
Yeah, I
To actually
cannot
make
wait.
a heart like that.
I cannot wait. So I think that will be part of our February. That's what I will knit for our February knit along. At least that's my plan right now. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So I think that's all that I have for my apple of my eye. So thank you, everybody. It was such a wonderful surprise. I really, truly appreciate your outpouring of love, whether it was just a birthday wish or you sent a pattern. It all means the world to me, and I can't say thank you enough.
And our girls actually wished her a happy birthday
They
sometime before
remember.
dinner.
Yeah, they don't normally remember.
They don't normally remember. So, the moment you've all been waiting for, the knitting. I forgot my finished object trooper.
You did.
I don't have my FO
Shame.
trooper.
Shame, shame, shame.
Trooper Schultz is over in the china cabinet. That's his appointed place of duty.
Well, let's go ahead and jump into In the Apple Basket.
Yes. And I don't have my trooper, so
Here's a shocker.
shocker.
Matt
Shocker.
has 2 finished objects. One last week and one this week.
It's because I've been blazing through.
Yeah.
I did. I got my plain old vanilla socks.
That's showing up so pretty.
It is there. It is fine. We're going to record from here from now on.
I think so.
Just because of the color is more true here. So these are my Unwind Yarn Company in the Ducky colorway. Y'all, these were a labor because it's to toe up, short row heel, and Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off. So I have 3 techniques all in one. It's new for me, but they are done.
And he's giving them
and
to
I'm
Maddie.
giving them to Madison. I asked her, I said, you like the colors? She goes, yeah. I said, well, let me show them on the podcast, then they're yours. So, 2 weeks in a row. Don't expect it next week, because I have nothing close. Nothing close.
I think we'll be waiting a while.
Yeah, a couple of weeks at least. And I have no socks on the needles now. I'm completely sockless.
It's time to cast on another pair of socks.
It is. And I meant to bring out a couple different skeins to take a quick poll and see which ones to do. But
You could always
I can put
do a
pictures.
poll on Instagram, too.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that later today.
I don't have a whole lot of finished objects.
No,
I do have a couple.
but the other piles,
It's really big.
big pile.
I casted on like
All the things, everything.
crazy this week.
Every pattern in her Ravelry cube.
No, I did not.
Oh, except
My
for the love shawl, because she's wearing that.
No.
So everything else got casted on.
Well, I finished my socks for a friend. These are the Cascade Heritage hand paints, and I love them, and she has seen them, and she loves them. So I am so excited that those are done. And as soon as I finish another pair, which you'll see in a little bit, I'll be sending those out to her. And then I finished and blocked my Shaylin shawl. And this is out of Madeline Tosh Pashmina
So
in
soft.
the well water colorway.
So soft.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And the pattern was gifted to me by Tina Knitting Blooms a couple years ago. So I finally got that on the needles and done. And I cannot wait to wear it. It's,
And wear that shirt tomorrow?
possibly. It's just, Pashmina is my favorite. If I could have no other yarn in my stash.
Madeline Tosh?
Madeline Tosh.
You and sort of a knitter jive.
I absolutely love Madeline Tosh. And I've only knit with it just a few times because...
Have I knit with... I think I knit with Tosh once. For the drizzle hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I also gave to Madison. I knit with Madeline Tosh once. I don't even get to wear it.
We don't have... Well, the closest shop to us is 45 minutes away. And we don't go there all that often. They're right on the beach. So their prices are a little bit higher to cover their overhead. But I do like to go there, but I can't. It's not like I can...
The owner's really, really
It's not like I can run up the road and just buy Madeline Tosh. So...
No, because
I
the
don't get a whole
store
lot of it.
the yarn store she used to work at is 10 minutes down the road.
Not even. Not even. And she carries lots of wonderful yarns, but, you know, it's impossible for a yarn store to carry them
You
all.
can't carry everything. You'd have to have a warehouse. And the one place we can get Madeline Tosh, like she said, is 45 minutes away.
Yeah, and
So
they charge $1 or $2 over the suggested retail, which is fine. I just don't go in there a lot of times because Madeline Tosh is pricey to begin with. Worth every penny.
Oh, yeah.
But it's my luxury yarn. I don't have a whole lot of it. All right, let's jump into blooming apples.
Blooming apples. Here we go.
You want to start?
I probably should, because then I'll be done. And y'all will be here for 20 more minutes. I'm kidding. She has a lot, but it's not that much. Surprise, surprise. Oh, everything's tangled over here. That's looking a little better. That is my Plymouth Encore. I have it written down in my notes. Plymouth Encore. They don't do names, so it's kind of a burgundy-ish color. For my Ranger by Jared Flood. And I have worked on it.
Like 2 rows.
No. 3. I did 2 last night and 1 this morning. Because I spent the whole week finishing socks. I wanted, because the last sock, I had just started it, right?
Mm-hmm.
For last podcast, I didn't have very much. So that was my goal, was to get that done so that I get 2 weeks in a row. But I'm getting there. I'm almost done with the ribbing at the bottom. I'm like a 1/4 inch away. So Plymouth Encore burgundy cool colorway. Love it. I just have to pay attention because I'm notorious for dropping stitches and all of that. So I'm paying more attention, going a little slower. And, forgive me, I am working on the Gilbert's scarf from the Green Gables Knits. We're so far away, it's hard to... In Vanna's Choice.
It's navy.
And yeah, the colorway is navy. But I haven't got much done. I've only got about 7 rows done. And it's for a knit-along in the Daisy Creations Designs group over on Ravelry. Yeah. So I'm joining in on that one.
And that knit-along is going until the end of October.
Oh, I have plenty of time then.
Yep.
I got like 2.5 skeins of that Sarah gifted me. So between that and my sweater, I'll be warm this winter. And then I have to do a hat. I'll be all set.
Oh, I'm feeling sleepy.
It's been one of those days, y'all.
It's so early.
It's early, but it's not early.
It's not lunchtime yet.
It's 20 after 12.
Oh. Oops, I was supposed to eat an hour ago.
Oops.
I guess I have to hurry up now. Come on.
An hour ago, we were just getting started.
It's hard to eat when you don't feel good, though.
Yeah.
But my stomach is trying to tell me that I really do need to put some food in it. Okay,
That's all mine. So what's on yours?
Everything.
Everything.
Most everything got worked on. Lots of new stuff on the needles. I started another pair of socks for fun. And this is Sock Bunny Studios. And I don't remember the name of the base. It's her sparkly one. And this is California Flamingo. And I love this yarn. And I have... One of the benefits of losing weight is I bought 5 skeins of this over a year ago to make a sweater. And I get to make a pair of socks for a friend who loves pink. And I will still have 4 skeins. And I've lost enough weight that 4 skeins is enough.
That's a sweater.
That's a sweater.
Gotta like that. That's the benefit of losing weight.
Yes.
Less money on yarn.
Yes. So I love it. So I just got started on that. Worked on it just a little bit. I'm almost done with the leg. So that's really good. So I need to be organized at putting it back in my chicken bag that I made.
Rooster bag.
No, there's hens on it.
Okay.
Chickens. Okay. And then this one is not going to look like I didn't get any progress done on it, but I promise you I did. This is my To the Moon and Back that was gifted to me by Auricula82 that I'm doing in Cakewalk Yarns in the Footsie and the Cherry Blossom colorway. I actually ripped out my toe and started over. It was too big and I didn't like the shape of the toe very much, so I changed it. And it's nothing wrong with the pattern. The way the pattern is written is absolutely beautiful. I really like doing a Turkish cast on for my toes. I love that over...
Is that the little wrapping...
It's the one that I taught you on yours.
Yeah.
I like that better than Judy's Magic Cast On. Judy's Magic Cast On is a wonderful technique. I really just like the Turkish. So, I have finished my toe and started a tiny bit amount of the pattern. So, I know that doesn't look like anything was done because I had the toe done, but I do promise you I did rip it out.
She did.
And there's the proof. There's the extra yarn showing you that my sock was too big. All right, we'll put this one back in my other chicken bag.
That's 2 out of 100.
I do not have 100 projects on the needles. I may be crazy, but I am not that crazy.
Okay, 97.
And then I did some work on this on Monday. This is my Outlander cowl. And I can't remember who this is by, and I don't have it folded up. It's called the Outlander cowl. I have it on my project page on Ravelry already, and I am using
I can find it.
drops, and I think it's their baby merino or fine merino. I can't remember. But I am still working on the body of the cowl, and it's going really well. I did a ton of work on this on Sunday, and I ended up, for whatever reason, I wasn't paying close enough attention, and I ended up having to rip back like 15 rows. So I'm caught back up.
Andy Fagan.
Yep.
Drops baby merino.
Yep. Ravelry project page is a lifesaver. So I love it. It's just taking a slight time out. Hopefully I'll pick it up later this week and get this texture portion down and get into the lace. I'm on my second skein with that one. So I'm closing in the halfway point. And it's going well.
Long.
Yes. But I'm
It's
looking
a long,
forward to it.
lengthwise long cowl. Not time-wise too, but...
Okay. Before I totally forget, because I didn't write this down, I need to pull up my Ravelry page so that I remember what I put on my needles.
Okay.
I got it. Because I'm a little bit out of it. Okay. I am doing Raspberry Tart. It's by Anna Maria, and I cannot say her last name, and I'm not going to try and even attempt to.
Yeah, wow.
Because I know I will butcher it. Yeah.
Anna Maria Arcos.
It's gorgeous.
That's a cool looking sweater.
I love this color. I know that I want to do the sweater again. I only had enough yarn, and I'm almost done with my first skein, to do the sweater out of Dolce Merino, and this is in the Sand Dollar colorway. But I had 20 skeins of this in my stash, which I don't need all 20. Yeah. Woo. I don't need all 20. I
don't
like
have 20
11
skeins combined.
Well, they're 50-gram skeins. They're not.
Okay, so it's 10. It'd be like 10 normal.
Yeah, it'd be like
That's
10
right.
normal skeins.
Dolce Merino does like half skeins.
So I got started on that, and I'm almost done with my collar. I am calling this Almond Tart, and I love it because it's in the round, and it's going really fast. So not a whole lot. I only worked on this for like a day or so, but I adore it, and I can't wait to get more of it. And I have it in one of my
Super big
sheepy bags.
Yeah. Little bits of sheets.
And
there's more.
Another one. So let me pull this one up.
Which one is it?
This, I got it, dear.
Well, I got your project page. You've got a lot. Wow. I'm one of those guys I need to update my project page because I never update it. It's got like 4 projects on it.
Cast it on another sweater. I don't have that many.
Oh.
Stop. This one is the New Wave Cardigan by Mary Annarella. Picture load.
Very classic looking.
Yeah. And I like it because it's designed not to close. So I would get a lot of use out of it. And I am using, this really should look familiar,
Wow. I think we've seen that before.
Cascade Heritage Paints.
In
the
really
green
cool
colorway.
green.
Ooh, I dropped some stitches.
Oh no. See, I would panic right now.
Yep,
She's
no
just
need
like,
to panic.
Whatever. Drop stitches, who cares? I'll pick them up and keep right on going.
No need to panic.
I panicked.
It's all
Oh.
tangled up. I cast it on and did like 2 rows, so you can't see much progress. I need to go out later this week or later today, and I'm going to buy some locking stitch markers so I can show how much progress I'm actually getting on my projects.
Little dicky doos.
Yep.
Yeah, because we used to have a bunch.
They've disappeared.
Yeah, they just disappear. I don't know if y'all have that same problem, but stitch markers around this house
We have
disappear.
a stitch marker monster.
Yeah.
So that's that, and I have it in my Owly Puff bag. And then I started a 3rd sweater.
Or
Let me go back. This is the Starling, and it is by Cicely Glowick McDonald. And I adore her patterns. If you've never knit one of her patterns, you should. They are so well written, and they're very classic looking. And I started this as a knit along with Daisy Creations. So there's Starling. Another no button cardigan. Love these. These are my favorite. I love to knit cardigans with no buttons.
they're like me. I don't like closing
I
the
don't.
sweater. I don't want it closed.
And I am using some Classic Elite alpaca silk that I bought in a natural colorway, and I dyed raspberry. Come on. Focus.
There it goes.
There it goes. So I started that, and I've gotten quite a bit of progress on this for a lace weight before my next project took total control for the past 2 days. So I'm
Very
enjoying
open,
that. It
airy
is. It's going to be
pattern.
wonderful. I
Really
think
a nice springy fall type.
But I think I'll be able to wear it all year. And it will still be warm in winter because it's alpaca and silk. So it will actually hold in some warmth very well. So I'm really excited for that. And this was in my little chickie bag. I love this bag. I got this a couple years ago in a swap. The lady made me a bag. So it's a little box bag with chickies on it. It's so cute. And polka dots. And I need to get back into sewing again.
Yeah.
I have to go and claim my sewing machine from the neighbor. But I miss sewing project bags. I want to do some box bags and some wedge bags.
That's something I don't have very many of.
I have
I have
ton.
a project bag. Just one.
And then I have one more project on the needles that I'm kind of...
Going crazy with.
I'm addicted to this one. I cannot stop knitting it. I casted it on Thursday? Yes.
Thursday was sweater day. She texted me.
No, this week has been sweater week. Obviously, this is another sweater.
She texted
This is
me at
one.
work saying I cast it on 2. No, wait, 3.
I have
No,
4.
no, 4. I thought I was at an auction and the bids just kept going up, but no, she's going crazy. I've got 1, and that's more than I can handle.
I have a reasoning, and I'll explain my reasoning after I show this. This is, I'm calling it my iris pullover. This is I'm designing it, but I'm not designing it. I'm custom fitting it to me. It's a pattern that I will be using just for myself. I will not be releasing this pattern. It's simple, but I couldn't find anything exactly like I wanted on Ravelry, so I am going with this.
I get that problem too because there's not enough
I just
man stuff
Well,
unraveled it.
it's a pullover, and I'm custom fitting it, and it's
The math was
so-
a pain in the rear end.
my math helper. So it's gorgeous, and I'm saying so a lot today. I apologize for that.
You know, she says, "Hey, can you help me with the math?" And I look, and it's a word problem to figure out decreases and
For the way
increases
shaping
and all of this. It was like I was in algebra again from 30 years ago.
I am using Patton's lace. Actually, I'll show you this
used
one.
a good one.
I'll use this. And I like this yarn so much.
Purple and a little light
It's
green
called-
and white.
Can't remember the colorway name they call it. It's
Sachet.
Sachet.
Because I'm looking at the project page.
And I had these two skeins were knitted into a pie shawl. And I did that earlier in the year, and I never finished it. And it's been sitting for 5 months. Because I just haven't wanted to finish it. It was beautiful, but I was just like, I'm not in love with this. So I didn't want to finish it. And inspiration hit Wednesday night, right at bedtime. I walked by it and said, ooh, sweater. So here is my sweater, and I am moving on this thing. I love it.
I love the way it stripes, though.
That's why I can't put it down. It's literally, I gotta see the next color. I gotta see the next color. Ooh, I want to get to here. Want to get to there. So I am, designing this to fit me and my body, because I have
Got the arms done.
the arms
done.
are split off, and I've just started the waist shaping. So I'm going to try it on. I will put it on bigger needles later and try it on.
Even with the whip being cracked, I'm not that fast on a sweater.
It's in the round. I was good. I pulled my gauge off my shawl and used the same needle because I knew I wanted a sweater that was open and light and airy, and I wanted to be able to wear a cami underneath it. So I wanted it to keep me warm, but I wanted it to be just light, not heavy. And this is an acrylic, and it's got some mohair, and it's got a little bit of wool in it, so it'll create a lot of warmth. It's not super soft. It's not pashmina soft, but it's not. I will be able to wear it.
It's not
on my.
It's not red
Yeah,
heart
I'll be able to
stretchy
wear it on
either.
my skin. I don't have ultra sensitive skin. Mohair can be aggravating if you have ultra sensitive skin. So make sure you don't. So I love that, and I have really good reasons for casting on sweaters, which I said I wasn't going to knit. But I know that I just needed to sit down and I needed to do them for several reasons. I was not going to knit them because my old habit, back before I started losing weight, it was a mental problem. I didn't knit sweaters when I first started knitting for many, many years for myself because I was just like, well, I'm always going to lose weight. I'm not knitting myself a sweater that big. I'm just kind of sort of in denial that I was as big as I was. And then I finally got to the point where it's just like, you know what? I need to knit for who I am and my size and just do it. It's fine. And I made several sweaters, and I absolutely adore sweaters. I love sweaters as much as I love socks. And I found myself getting back into that old rut of, well, I'm losing weight, so I'm not going to knit sweaters for myself. And I'm getting to the point where weight loss is still going, but it's slowing down. I lose an average of 1 pound a week, which is perfect. I am perfectly happy with that. That means that I'm not
going down.
Yeah, I'm closing in, not quite there, but I'm closing in. I'm past the 70-pound mark and closing in on 75. So I'm really
And you're close to your
next
goal. Your
goal.
next goal.
My goal that I wanted to
Your
reach.
next landmark.
Yeah, my next landmark that I wanted to reach was 222 pounds. That's what I weighed the week after I had Maddie, and I am like right there, just about. So I knew I wanted to get there before her birthday, and I'm pretty confident at this point to say that that will definitely happen next month, provided that I don't do something stupid
Yeah,
or
will.
my body decides that it's going to hold on to weight, which sometimes it does, but I think that I'm in a period where the slow weight loss is going really well.
And I'm proud of you. You've done so much in a year. It's
I have
ridiculous.
been called skinny twice in the past week.
Yeah.
No one's called me skinny in forever. I don't think that I'm skinny at this point, but I do see what they're talking about. My shape has totally changed. I have an hourglass figure, which is something that I could not say before. I am definitely a curvy girl, and I've always been kind of sort of curvy, but when I was heavier, I was definitely round. And my shape is definitely present at this point.
You were a pear.
Yeah, I am no longer a pear. I have curves.
Yep.
Which is nice. I mean, I have clear, divine curves. And I think that's what, people, when you think skinny, you think someone who's shapy and curvy and not just, that's the typical. And so I have nice curves. So I cast it on the sweaters because I needed to knit for who I am now. And I can always rip them out. In fact, I have several sweaters that are too big that I will be ripping out hopefully this weekend and starting over. And some of these are going to be fitted. Some are not.
You'll see the shadow going across. That's Madison.
Yeah.
Hi, Maddie.
I want food.
We're starving our children by recording. So anyway, I wanted to cast on sweaters and just knit for who I am. I don't have any fall or winter clothes, so I figured the best way to be the most friendly to my budget was to go into my stash and just start knitting. So I've been bitten by the sweater bug, which is why I have 4 sweaters on the needles. If all goes well, I hope to have the sweater done by the next podcast.
You just might, too.
I can't stop knitting. I have not touched my other knitting since Thursday. This is the only thing that I've worked on since Thursday. And it's the only thing that I want to work on today, too. So.
Yeah, Thursday I finished my socks. And
Haven't.
it's pathetic. 3 rows of knitting in a day and a half.
Yep. Well, I think that we have rambled on long enough, and my stomach is feeling better and telling me that I need to go ahead and eat some lunch. So we are going to go ahead and say bye for now.
We'll see you next week.